The CEO of rail operator Norfolk Southern will testify before a Senate panel about the train derailment and toxic chemical spill in East Palestine, Ohio. According to his written testimony obtained by NBC News, Alan Shaw will tell lawmakers he is, quote, deeply sorry for the impact this derailment has had on the people of East Palestine and surrounding communities. Shaw expected to promise to clean the site safely and to reimburse residents. The company says it already has distributed more than $20 million. Shaw also will stress that Norfolk Southern is, quote, committed to making the rail industry safer. Joining us now, two residents of East Palestine and members of the Moms Clean Air Force, Misti Allison and Jessica Conard. Thank you both for being with us. So we've been saying since the beginning of this, when public officials were saying it's safe for the families to go back, the water is clean, the air is clean, to say, boy, I don't know if I had kids in my family, if I'd be so quick to go back in. Well, here you are. You both have children. You both live in East Palestine. So, Misti, how are you feeling about being back home?
We are back home. We've been back home since February 9th, and I will say the anxiety is real. We want to make sure that we are doing the best thing for our children and for our families, but only if it's safe. And there's still so much data that needs to come out to really guarantee that we are going to be safe in the long term.
So, Jessica, what's it been like for you to be back? You have children as well. What's the level of concern, the trepidation about being so close to this site?
Yeah, it does feel kind of like a day-to-day, we're not really sure what to expect. Ultimately, we're just trying to create a sense of normalcy for the kids. They're kind of on a need-to-know basis, but it's terrifying. We're on a private well. We have been tested by Norfolk Southern, still have not received our results. So, you know, we are not drinking the water, but of course we have to wash our dishes and wash our clothes and bathe in it. So, you know, it is a little terrifying, and just watching out for those health concerns. And, you know, are we able to play in the backyard? Are we going to be able to swim in the pool this summer? You know, and hopefully there's not going to be any more flaming trains going through my backyard. That would be really great. So, you know, lots of things, I think, to come here in the future. There's a lot of uncertainties for sure.
Misti, on that point that was just raised, flaming trains going by, you have two children. You live about a mile from the scene of the chemical spill where it occurred. What's it like living in an area where you get trains coming by with 212 cars, 225 cars, miles-long trains coming by on a daily basis? What's life like there?
I grew up on with the train track in my backyard, and that is something that I just never even really thought about what was actually on these trains. It's just something that, you know, you hear the train whistles go by. Sometimes when you're going through town to the local grocery store, you might have to stop for a train. But before this, I never really even thought about what was being transported and that some of these hazardous chemicals could be on there. Now that this has happened, it has really just made me question everything, and really the safety of some of these chemicals and the transportation of this stuff through our community. Just what Jessica was saying, it is really terrifying to think about.
John, I just want to point out for our viewers that photograph we have up there, if we can put it up again, that was taken by Misti from her backyard of the train derailment in East Palestine.
Obviously a terrifying sight there. My question for you, Jessica, is this is obviously not a story that's going to end anytime soon. There are concerns. Some have voiced that there could be, you know, ill health effects that could persist for weeks or months, or maybe not even develop for years. How worried are you about that? And do you think that the government is doing enough to help?
Thank you for that question. I am worried about the future. You know, I am worried about health concerns. We have children. They're growing. They need healthy air, clean water. I feel like in America, we do have a right to those things. I don't currently feel safe. I think it's a matter of, you know, not necessarily if it gets into our groundwater, but when. And when that happens, I do think it's going to be an unfortunate circumstance. Do I think the government is doing enough? I guess time will tell. I've been trying to work really closely with the EPA. I took 10 questions down there, and they could really only answer 2. I did get a follow-up from Mark Durno, who is the regional commander there on site. He was able to answer a lot more of my questions, but I think it's a matter of getting the education out to the people, and again, making sure that this never happens again, raising awareness of what is in the soil. It's chemicals, but it's also oil, the refined lubricant oil, not just crude oil, which crude oil we've gotten really good at cleaning up, but the proprietary blends, you know, those are what's in question now. So this is definitely not going away anytime soon. And you know, East Palestine, I think, is just one example of many things that have happened across the country, even, you know, internationally, Canada and globally. This has been going on for far too long, and now is the time to start making real change.
A couple of data points from this incident. 3/4 of the 168 people in East Palestine who conducted a health assessment survey said they experienced headaches since the derailment. 6 in 10 reported coughing. Just over half say their skin has been irritated since the train derailment. So, Misti, you'll be inside that hearing today. Alan Shaw, the CEO of Norfolk Southern, will be taking questions from the Senate. What do you want to hear from him today?
I know that I believe you obtained some type of example of what he is going to testify on, and that he is going to apologize. While it's nice to get an apology and that he's sorry for what happened, we need to make sure that there's some action with that. Sorry just isn't good enough. So I really hope that there is some transparency, and that there are a lot of tough questions that those people really need to answer to make sure that Norfolk Southern is accountable, not only for the residents of East Palestine and the surrounding areas, but as Jessica was mentioning, for the industry in general and the transportation of all of this stuff that can be so harmful for people. And there's been multiple examples of that. So I just really hope that this is the beginning and not the end of all of the remediation that still needs to happen.
Well, you certainly have a right to every single one of those answers. We'll be watching closely and going through some of the answers today from Norfolk Southern. Misti, Allison, and Jessica Conard of East Palestine, Ohio. Thank you both. Sending our best to you and your families there as you go through this. Appreciate your time today.